serious, coming off another good game, 5 catches for 60 yards. As the Cowboys were victorious, comeback fashion against the Eagles. And a good afternoon, Jake. How the heck are you, man?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're doing great. You know, that win's going to fortify us for a while, at least a couple of more days. Now, what was your perspective? I mean, how awesome was it to be on the field as all that was coming together?
Yeah, great win. We call that competitive stamina in the building. But, it was weird. Like, there was a point it was 21-0, and Dak was walking around, and he's like, we've been in this spot, we can do, we've put up 21 like this. It's we're good. And the really, the whole vibe of the offense, there never really was a doubt. There was always a good feeling in that one. And, the message going in at halftime was, we just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. And, yeah.
And you guys did that, and then, we've talked this year about how maybe you could feel extra pressure because the defense was giving up so much, but 41 minutes of scoreless football against the champs from the defense. What can you say about that side?
Yeah, the defense, were lights out right there. And, that's a testament to how hard they've been working these past couple of weeks. They're in doing extra meetings and stuff like that. And, obviously having the 2 new additions, it's nice. And they're a force. I would not want to be blocking that D-line.
Hey, tell me, I was watching the game, and I was sitting there, and I was surprised that Zach Bond – were you surprised that Zach Bond let you inside like that on that route, that seam route up the field? It looked like you were going to try and take him outside, and he kind of went a little wide on you there, right? That's a little adjustment.
Are you talking about the one I caught in the red zone?
In the red zone. The red zone. Yeah, the red zone one. I'm sorry. It looked like to me from the end zone copy of the game, he went a little wide on you, made a little adjustment to get inside of him like that. It was a nice route on your part.
Yeah, really that's something, we've just been working on is some seam balls and stuff like that, and just, not trying to make it all look the same and marry things up and, just try to put it all together. But yeah, when he buzzed past me, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So, once I made that inside move, and then I took a couple more steps at that safety just to kind of pause his feet for a second and then try to snap it off. Because I know, that on that specific play, that's where Ford's wanting to go with it. So, just trying to pause him there for a second just because I saw that it was shell.
Yeah, did you have a feeling you were going to get the ball when you knew Nakobe Dean, a little bit shorter Mike linebacker, was kind of playing in the middle there?
Dude, you blocked the heck out of him on that Dak touchdown.
Yeah, you wore him out. But I was thinking a little shorter Mike linebacker. This one's got a chance.
Yeah, I always tell him put it up. I'll go up and get it.
Yeah,
I loved it when you made. You were Bond's daddy. He's trying to tackle you at the 10-yard line. You said, "Get off me," and then you end up getting tackled. It was 9 Eagles that had to bring you down. You started getting contact at the 10-yard line. You make it down to the 2. Those are the types of plays that Cowboys Nation just fall in love with, Jake, and we just appreciate you for it.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll tell you this: I got to hold the rock better a little bit when I'm fighting for yards because it usually tends to come out when I only got one hand on it and I'm fighting for yards. So, as Coach Lunda Wells calls it, Wakanda forever. And put both hands on it.
Did your heart skip a beat on that final drive when it rolled out of bounds on you?
Oh yeah, that's the worst. Yeah. So that's got to get cleaned up. But I tried to swipe at it to knock it out of bounds because I knew I was flipped around and I can swat it backwards. So yeah, that was light flash.
Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson with us here in the GBAG Nation. So what's George Pickens been like as a teammate? That dude is freaking balling right now. And I guess word on the street is he's got a handshake with everybody. Do you have a personal handshake with Pickens?
Just a little one every once in a while. But that dance move I did at the Jets was me. It was me and him. And I couldn't find him at first. That's why I kind of looked ridiculous. But then I found him running off the field. But, the one word I would use to describe GP is misunderstood. Truthfully, if you really get to know the guy, all I can say is he loves the game of football. And if you really get to take the chance to get to know the guy, and honestly, that's a testament to this team and Shoddy and this culture that he's built. How you get to know guys and the deeper level we're going, sitting down with them or, maybe just talking and asking those deeper questions about guys and like trying to learn more about them. I think that's gone a long way. And like when you really care about him and like get the chance to know him, like you realize like he's the most misunderstood dude ever. He's a good dude. He's funny. And then he like just on top of that, he's a baller. Like it's insane watching what he's doing right now. Like it's pretty incredible.
Is Shoddy like the total package as a head coach?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's funny for sure. Like, it's perfect. And, we got a good group and we're just, trying to keep moving forward and be where our feet are at the same time. So
I love it. Now, speaking of handshakes and celebrations, will you consider bringing back the red kettlebell whack-a-mole bit that you had with Hendershot going a couple years back? Or
See, I love the kettle. The kettle will be used in future celebrations. However, I don't think we can do the same thing. Like I've had one for a long time. I haven't scored or didn't score all last year. I had one that was so good, but I haven't get to use it yet.
Oh, maybe this week's the week.
I think Jake, we asked Dean Blandino, the guy, the officials guy, and he said that the red kettle is now a prop. So you can't. It's kind of like jumping on the goalpost and stuff like that.
Jerry will eat the fine, Jake.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So you might get a letter from the league if you in your locker if you jump in the kettle.
Kids. It's for the Salvation Army.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's raising awareness.
No, there.
I'll match. Yeah. I'll tell you this. If I get fined, I'll tell you this right now. Put it down on paper. You got it. If I get fined for celebrating in the red kettle, I will match whatever my fine is to the Salvation Army.
There you go.
I love it. That's a man of the people right there, Jake Ferguson. So how is it playing on Thanksgiving, and is it challenging, obviously on the short week, but now you're playing an uncommon opponent in Kansas City?
Yeah, I think, the short week really got me my rookie year. But now just kind of knowing and being in here and, this being a fourth year, I kind of get it, and you kind of have a process, and you kind of understand what's coming. Like honestly, the coaching staff has done a great job of taking care of our bodies, but also like making sure we're prepared, which is that's huge. But like when I'm not at the facility, like it's all work on my body. But then at the same time, like there's a little bit more film involved because there's way less days, and I'm, my normal presentation, like there's presentations that we do and stuff like that, and it just moves things up really fast. So that doesn't really get me anymore. I just kind of have a process now. And then, Kansas City coming in here, Thanksgiving, uncommon opponent. Short week to watch, set opponent. It's exciting. It's good old fashioned ball right there.
So do you have a presentation that you give to the other tight ends? Like,
yeah, I do red zone.
So that's kind of like teaching you how to coach while being a player, so you understand it better. Like, is this?
Yeah. I'd say a little bit. Lunda Wells does this. Tight ends coach Lunda Wells does. He's got this thing and there's a huge saying. If you can teach it, you know it.
Yeah.
So kind of given that, so I kind of give a presentation on, hey, this is what we're going to see in this area, X, Y, Z. This is what we have, stuff like that. And it's almost kind of like we call it the breakfast club. We come in an hour early and just meet, hang out with the guys, but also we're doing tape and like we're chopping it up. So,
well, do you have any? What are some of the things you guys are doing for the rookies these days? Are they bringing you some treats and stuff for the road trips, or what's that looking like?
I'm not as strict as a vet as what I've had. We don't have a fine board in my room. We did just find the rookie today $20. It's the first fine of the year. He threw a tennis ball at the wall out of nowhere, and it scared everybody. That's just completely out of context. But yeah, like I used to get fined $20 every time I mentioned where I went to college.
Yeah.
Like what? But there's little petty room fines, but it all goes towards a good cause at the end, like the end of the year trip. But at the same time, when I was a rookie, we didn't even go on a trip. So like, but no, I don't really do anything for the rookies. And we only have one in the tight end room. I do make him decorate the room. So he came in and did Halloween, but we've been harping on him lately that the Christmas decorations aren't up.
Fine.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, up OTAs, they tuck in their shirts. We're pretty good to them.
Yeah, I'd say.
I mean, is there a vet that is the biggest stickler on this in the locker room?
No, I feel like we're all pretty good. It's more of like if a rookie does something dumb, like we'll be like tuck in your shirt or something like something. You know what I mean? Like, but no, we're good to them.
I remember going on road trips and the rookies were bringing bags of wings. Like there were guys that were like getting on the plane and bringing food on the plane for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just remember, and there was guys that were almost late missing the plane. We were sitting there up there in the media section, and I'm thinking like, man, where's this guy? Where's this guy? And all of a sudden you see one of these rookies comes running on with like four big old bags of wings.
Yeah.
And just almost missed the flight to get the wings, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the O-line still does that. The big bodies.
Sure.
They still do that, but I'm fairly laid back when it comes to the rookies, but I honestly think the O-line's fairly strict in their room right now. It might be a strict year for them.
Is there anything unique for a proper Wisconsin family Thanksgiving?
Oh, interesting. I've always just been a stuffing guy. I'll shout out my grandma Cindy, my grandpa Barry's wife, Grandma Cindy. She always tries to do something new every year, and there was one year she made these. This is going to sound bad. These kale chips, but they were actually really good.
It does sound horrible.
Yeah, it does sound horrible. But she's a wizard. She's a wizard in the kitchen. So I also like the leftover sandwich at the end.
Oh, it's the best.
That's good.
Are you hosting this year?
Yeah, I got 9 people in my house right now.
Whoa,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, might be a hotel suite tonight. We'll see.
We're going to have post-game turkey
tomorrow.
legs again? Is Dak bringing the turkey legs again to the game? Or
Yeah, there might be some turkey legs involved for sure.
That was fun. Well, thank you, sir. Give him hell on Thursday afternoon. We'll definitely be pulling for you, and thanks again for joining us here on The Fan.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. You have a good one.